Good afternoon to everyone out there watching here on a beautiful Sunday once again in central New York. Happy Father's Day to all the dads watching, and we got a treat for you here today. Another MLB 9-inning 20 matchup, the finale of the three-game set between the Boston Red Sox and the Chicago Cubs from virtual Wrigley Field. Taking a look right now on your screen, we'll get right into the standings heading into today. At the top of the NL Central, Cincinnati 47-30. They've lost three straight in the Chicago Cubs on a winning streak here of two games, have climbed right back up, and now they're at 45-32, just two games back. St. Louis Nets at 43-33, 3.5 back, and they continue to creep right on the Cubs' heels. Milwaukee 39-36, 7 games back, and the Pittsburgh Pirates at the bottom of the division, 5 games under 500 at 35-40. As for the American League East, we got a tie for second place now behind the 52-25 Yankees with the losses yesterday for both the Blue Jays and the Red Sox. Both teams dropping to 37-40. It's actually 15 back of the first place Yankees. Tampa next at 37-41 and Baltimore at 23-54. As you can see on the schedule, an off day tomorrow for the Chicago Cubs and 3 games at Cincinnati, 3 games at the Yankees, and then home for a 7-game homestand to play host to the Milwaukee Brewers and the Tampa Bay Rays. So things definitely aren't going to get any easier for the Chicago Cubs squad, but a 1-0 win yesterday has got to vault their confidence. Cody Bellinger, the winning hit in the bottom of the 9th inning, 1 out, down 0-2 in the count. Posey standing on second base. Bellinger just whacked one out towards right field, fell in front of Alex Verdugo, and the Cubs were winners of that one. And like I said yesterday, and a common theme lately for the Cubs has been, if the Nationals haven't taught us anything, it's you got to go 1-0 every day, and that's exactly what the Cubs have done in the first 2 games of this interleague set against the Sox, and they got to keep it up today. Aaron Nola going to take to the hill for Chicago. Nola still looking for his first loss. Well, I hope he doesn't look for it, but Aaron Nola still has yet to record his first loss here of 2020, and facing Martin Perez, Aaron Nola has to be stellar. Martin Perez has had a little trouble finding his control of his off-speed pitches a bit here lately, but hopefully he can get that going for the Sox as they look to make their push in the AL East. Just hopefully none of that gets going today as Aaron Nola looks to keep up his streak. His earned run average is south of 2, which is pretty remarkable considering the time of his acquisition over to the Cubs. The Cubs were sitting 13 games back of first place, and now all of a sudden they're just 2 bats sitting in second place in the division. This Cubs squad has absolutely picked it up over the last few weeks. Since they got swept by the Pirates back in early May in Pittsburgh, the Chicago Cubs squad has literally been unstoppable. They've taken 18 of their last 21 games, and it doesn't seem like anything's going to make them hit a bump in the road, at least not yet. They beat the Red Sox 3-2 in 11 innings on Friday, then the 1-0 walk-off win yesterday, and now, of course, the finale here today on Father's Day. Colby Smith here with you once again, virtual Wrigley Field, and you gotta love what this matchup has to offer, but we'll jump right into the Boston Red Sox starting lineup here on a Sunday. Rafael Devers leads off at third, Xander Bogaerts the shortstop, Mitch Moreland hits third at first, Jackie Bradley Jr. in center, Andrew Benintendi's in left, Christian Vasquez hits sixth behind the plate, Alex Verdugo's in right field, Michael Chavez plays second base, and Martin Perez is going to be the pitcher for the Sox, hitting ninth. And as for the Chicago Cubs on the defensive side of the ball today, left to right in the outfield, once again going to be Ryan Braun, Dexter Fowler, Cody Bellinger, and on the infield from third to first around the horn going to be Manny Machado, Gleyber Torres, Jonathan Schoop, and Anthony Rizzo. We get set to go here. Nola 8 wins here in 2020, 72 in the third innings pitched, a walk-to-K ratio of 4-44. Devers in the box, and we're set to go. Nola with the first pitch in, a four-seamer at 87, and we get started here. Now leading 0-1. Nola goes upstairs and away here in a chase and a miss from Devers, and now it's quickly 0-2. Aaron Nola working from the stretch here. The 0-2 pitch popped up foul yet again. Nola working quickly and diligently here in the top of the first inning as we get going, picking up his first K of the day, and that brings up Xander Bogaerts. 363 average here in 2020. He's already got a solo home run on the weekend and a couple of singles. 16 home runs, 47 27 RBIs here in this brand new campaign. We're only in the month of June as we approach the All-Star break in the home run derby here. His Schoop flips over to Rizzo for the 4-3 put away for the second out of the first. Now Mitch Moreland's turn. 6 home runs, 31 RBIs here. Moreland, a solid hitter, but he doesn't see all too much time at first base, so surprising he got the start here today against the righty pitcher as the 0-1's chopped towards third. Manny Machado in on the grass in the high throw over to Rizzo, but it's in time for the out. Now we'll jump into the Chicago Cubs starting lineup. Leading off in center field, Dexter Fowler. Buster Posey's behind the plate hitting second. Gleyber Torres at short. Ballinger in the cleanup role in right. Scopes at second. Ryan Braun's in left. Anthony Rizzo's at first. Manny Machado hits 8th at third. And Aaron Nola, the pitcher, handles the bat 9th. For the Boston Red Sox on the defensive side of the ball, first to third on the infield, Mitch Moreland, Michael Chavez, and Xander Bogaerts, with Rafael Devers playing third. Behind the plate is Vasquez, the pitchers, Perez, and left to right in the outfield, Andrew Benintendi, Jackie Bradley Jr., Alex Verdugo. Fowler steps into the box here to face Martin Perez. Perez with a .396 earned run average here in 2020 fires in a first pitch ball to Fowler. Fowler had his 9-game hitting streak snapped at the hand here of the Sox yesterday, going 0 for 4 in the 9-inning affair yesterday. Now after a swing and a miss, it's a 1-1 pitch. Fowler comes around and now he's down 1-2. Perez working from the middle of the rubber here. Fowler crushes this one deep out towards right field. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Dexter Fowler, home run number 5 here of 2020 with the Cubs with a leadoff shot, taken early, 1-0 lead. It's Buster Posey's turn now. The Cubs taking an early 1-0 lead here, and Posey's going to keep things right rolling with a ball in front of Verdugo in right field, and the Cubs have a runner at first here with still nobody out in 1-0 lead. Gleyber Torres yet to pick up a hit on the weekend, a third straight start. He's been in a platoon with Javier Baez, and Baez is going to be right back in as the Cubs travel to Cincinnati, but Torres getting one more start here this weekend because now the count's 1-1. Posey standing at first here. The Cubs leading 1-0 after a leadoff shot from Dexter Fowler to right field. The Red Sox went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first, and now the 1-2 Torres came around and he's down on strikes. That brings up Cody Bellinger here. Bellinger hitting 3 straight at-bats to end it yesterday after striking out his first time up. He went 3 for 4 with the game-winning RBI. The turn towards second. The throwback to first here is in time, and it's a 5-4-3 double play to strand the Cubs here. 2 hits for Chicago and 1 run, and the Red Sox went down quietly, so we head to the second. The Cubs leading 1-0, and it's Jackie Bradley Jr., Andrew Benintendi, and Christian Vasquez here for the Sox as we get started. Just 7 pitches for Nola in the first inning, and now a 4-seamer Bradley Chase, and he's trailing 0-1 here. Now the 0-1 tapped up and away foul here. Aaron Nola wearing number 27 as the Cubs wear their home white pinstripes here on a Sunday night ball game. And the Boston Red Sox in their road gray jerseys here as the pop-ups to Machado at third for the out. Red Sox got their red trim, the Cubs got their blue trims, and of course the blue numbers is the 4-seam fastball right down the middle here to Benintendi for strike 1. P5, that first out goes in if you missed it, and now a 4-seamer right there into Benintendi once again, and it's now 0-2. 0-2 pitch from Nola here, chopper towards third, Manny Machado's in, and it's in time to Anthony Rizzo. 2 outs now for Christian Vasquez, 12 home runs, 42 RBIs, a .337 batting average. You got to give kudos to the catcher who's been a really solid hitter in this Boston Red Sox order early on here in 2020, all things considered, is now Vasquez pops up the 0-1 behind the plate. Buster Posey retreats back, and that ends the frame. Ryan Braun, Jonathan Schoop, and Manny Machado to step to the plate here in the bottom of the second. The Cubs already with a 1-0 lead here as Braun steps in. Braun on a 2-game hitting streak after having his 5-game one snapped at the end in New York the other day on Thursday in the 3-2 11-inning loss. 0-1 pitching from Perez here. A bouncer towards second, and it's found here quickly by Chavez and in time over to first to Moreland. Jonathan Schoop, .325, 10 home runs, 35 RBIs. As I said, he's gone quiet the last few weeks here, but he's now going to send pitch out towards left field here. He turns around first. Benintendi to throw in the second base, but Schoop dives in head first, and the Cubs have a base runner here with 1 out in the second. Now Manny Machado on a 2-game hitting streak. 1 out here, and the Cubs a 1-0 lead if you're just tuning in to join us. Machado out towards right field. It bounces in front of Verdugo. Runner going to turn and head for a home here, and just like that, Manny Machado picks up an RBI, and now it's Anthony Rizzo's turn. Rizzo hitting in the 8-hole here for Chicago today. Pitch right down the middle, and Rizzo out towards right center field here. And once again, Rizzo's going to turn and head for second here. And just like that, second and third for the Cubs. Rizzo's in standing up. Machado reaching third on that. And now it's Aaron Nola's turn. Machado stands at third. Rizzo stands at second. Just 1 out, and it's already a 2-0 Cubs score here. The chopper towards Devers at third. In time across the diamond to Moreland. And there's 2 outs now for Fowler. Fowler 1 for 1 with a solo home run. Could break this one wide open with a second home run. And there it is. Sangria right out towards center field. A deep shot to center field. Dexter Fowler back-to-back shots here to get this one started. 5-0. The Cubs take the lead in this one, and Dexter Fowler with 4 RBIs off his 2 homers. Posey now first pitch swinging right towards second base here, but he's going to reach an error. Going to be charged to Michael Chavez here, and now Torres gets an opportunity. Torres struck out his first time up. Already been struck out 5 times on the weekend, but would be primed for a hit here as he foul tips one behind the plate. Now 0-1 right down the middle. Torres with a thwack up off the mound here. Bogaerts gets it at short. Torres almost ran that one out, but wasn't in time. An error goes to the Red Sox in the field, and the Cubs pick up 5 more hits and 4 more runs. We head to the third, and it's Verdugo to lead it off for the Red Sox here. Cubs giving Aaron Nola some much-needed run support after Aaron Nola working with minimal run support in his last few starts here. As now the 0-1 popped up here. Buster Posey once again going to be a P2 here on the infield. And there's 1 out now for Michael Chavez, the 8-hole guy. Red Sox have gone down quietly. The first 7 seen by Nola, all 7 retired as the 4-seamer in there. 4 strike. Now 0-1. Aaron Nola kicks and fires. Chavez out towards left field. In the hole going to be Ryan Braun here, but Chavez able to reach on a single, and the Red Sox have their first base runner of the ball game. Martin Perez taking his first at bat of 2020 here. Hasn't had to swing the bat at all in the interleague contests on the road already this season. Now the 0-1 chopped up the middle. Nola with the flip to Torres. Throw across the diamond here to Rizzo. And just like that, the Cubs turn to double play to escape the Red Sox threat. 4-5-6 for Chicago. Going to be up here in the bottom of the third. Cody Bellinger, Jonathan Schoop, and Ryan Braun. Bellinger, the leadoff guy, hitting .321. He's been solid all season long at the plate since his acquisition, when the Cubs dropped to 4-15 in the standings, right through the lanes of Perez here on the hill, but Chavez is going to get it in time over to Moreland as a 4-3 put away for the first out of the third. Now Ryan Braun. Braun looking to better things up here once again. The Cubs looking to extend their 5-0 lead. First run came courtesy of a Dexter Fowler solo shot in the first. Then you can't forget about the RBI from Manny Machado, and then don't forget about the 3-run shot here as this one's out towards deep center field, and back on the track it's caught by Jackie Bradley Jr. Jonathan Schoop doubled his first time up. Like I said, he had been quiet, but that double accounts for his second hit of the weekend here against the Boston Red Sox. A 5-0 lead for Chicago, bottom of the third, and a cutter up and tight, and Schoop now trailing 0-2 in the count here. Perez looking solid here, settling in the third. He sends the Cubs down in order, and now it's 1-2-3 for the Sox, combining for 0-3. Aaron Nola's earned run average dropping to 143 here in 2020 with a nice start he's had here today. The bouncer right to Machado, and he flips over to Rizzo at first for the out here. 5-3, and now it's Bogaerts. The leadoff guy, Rafael Devers, already 0-2. Devers has been seriously quiet this weekend. Devers had the highest batting average entering the weekend for the Boston Red Sox, something we always circle on our sheet here. But he's been really quiet, only 1 single so far. The only hit he's had all weekend here is the pop-up to second, and Bogaerts sent down, and it's Moreland's turn here quickly. 24 pitches only for Nola already, 5-0 the Cubs lead. 4 of those coming courtesy of Dexter Fowler's home runs. He's on a tear here already today, a 3-run home run and a solo shot. Is now once bounced out towards left field in front of Ryan Braun, and the Boston Red Sox have a base runner with 2 outs here for Bradley Jr. Moreland been a solid hitter You can't fault him for that. He seems to hit off-speed stuff better than he pounds the fastball, and Aaron Nola mixed it up there. Went with the wrong pitch out towards center field. Dexter Fowler here gets it in quickly to Torres, the cutoff guy, and the Red Sox have guys at first and third for now Benintendi with 2 outs. Cubs looking to hold the Red Sox off the board here once again. Red Sox haven't scored a run since the 7th inning on Friday as Nola gets him chasing on a 4-seam fastball, and now it's 0-2. Held scoreless off the board yesterday in the 1-0 loss, and now Benintendi falls to one knee chasing a pitch, and just like that, it's over. Manny Machado, as I said, already knocking in 1 in this ball game, and he's going to be followed up here by Anthony Rizzo and Aaron Nola in the bottom of the 4th. Cubs leading 5-0 in this ball game. Right down the middle here, a slider. Machado's timing wasn't great on that one, so he's trailing 0-1 just like that. Perez now up and tight with another slider, got Machado chasing with nothing. 0-2 here, right down the middle goes Perez. Machado past a diving shortstop, and it's Xander Bogaerts here in the left field in front of Benintendi, and the Cubs have a base runner to start the 4th. And just like that, Martin Perez is going to be pulled out of the ball game in favor of Ryan Brazier, who's 2-2 here in 2020 with a .530 earned run average. Anthony Rizzo on a 6-game hitting streak now. Machado standing at first. Brazier up and tight here with his first pitch, and Rizzo down 0-1. Brazier, a right-handed pitcher, doesn't really seem like it with the funky windup he has as Chavez knifes it over to Moreland for the out here. Rizzo did his job at advancing the runner, and it's Nola's turn now. He's got 7 hits here. He swings the bat well, at least in 2020 as of yet. 1 RBI, 4 runs scored. Machado stands at second. Starting pitcher and Perez already out of the ball game. If you're just tuning in here, Dexter Fowler has 4 of the Cubs' 5 RBIs, and Machado has the other. Dexter Fowler going off for 2 home runs already. Now 0-2 with 1 out here. Nola comes around, and he's down on strikes. Now it's Dexter Fowler's turn. As you can see on your screen there, solo home run and a 3-run shot, and now he's looking for the 2-run shot if he can kibosh it. Nope, he's not going to do that, but he is going to knock in another run here. Manny Machado going to turn and head for home here, and Dexter Fowler cruises into second. He's gone off here today for 5 of the 6 Cubs RBIs as they jump out 6-0 here on the Red Sox. Now Buster Posey's got his batting average back up to the top in the National League. Fowler standing at second here. Posey with a pop-up out to right field here, and Verdugo is able to track it for the out. Cubs add another with 2 more hits to their names. 3 hits for the Sox in an error. The Cubs with 9 hits and 6 runs, and we head to the 5th. Christian Vasquez, the catcher, to lead it off here for Boston. Aaron Nola looking sound here early in this ball game. Looking like he's going to be able to go to the distance if he keeps this one up, as Vasquez retired 5-3 now, and it's Verdugo's turn. 13 home runs, 38 RBIs. Alex Verdugo already 0-1 in the ball game. Verdugo, like many of these Boston Red Sox hitters, not all too sound this weekend. Verdugo only with 1 hit in the ball game, coming in a 8th inning on Friday, is now the 0-2 out towards right center field. Dexter Fowler coming over, and he lays out to make this catch. Dexter Fowler, a stellar play out there. If you like to star your plays for some nice ones, you better star that one on your scorecard. And now it's Michael Chavez. A .294 batting average. Michael Chavez, we talked about his defense more than his offense. And yes, indeed, Michael Chavez, a great glove man out there. It's second for these Boston Red Sox. Now he trails 0-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Nola goes right down the middle. Chavez with a huge hack out towards left field. Braun retreats back, and he finds it and makes the play for the out. We're halfway home in this one. The Cubs leading by a half dozen, and it's Gleyber Torres who started off here in the bottom of the 5th against Brazier. Gleyber Torres, only 1 hit on the weekend, as I said, and make that 2 here as he singles into left in front of Benintendi to start the 5th. Leadoff base runners for the Cubs have been something that have come around to score quite often this season. I don't have that percentage right in front of me here, but right to Bogaerts at short, over to Moreland. But Bellinger once again does his job in advancing the runner, and now it's Braun who's 0-2. Torres now standing at second, 1 out. Ryan Brazier on the hill here. Ryan Braun at the plate. Gleyber Torres standing at second, and it's the bottom of the 5th. Right down the middle here, and Braun hacks it away foul. Now 0-2. Ryan Brazier back to the base hits here, and Braun out in the left field here. It falls in. Torres turns around third here. We're going to have a play at the plate. Bogaerts into Vasquez. Torres slides in feet first, and he's in there. Cubs now leading 7-0, a touchdown and an extra point, and it's Scope's turn with Braun standing at first. Ryan Braun picking up the RBI here, and Schoop lost one out to shallow right field. Retreating back in foul territory is Mitch Moreland, and he makes the play for the out. Now it's Machado who's 2 for 2. Ryan Braun standing at first, 2 outs. The Cubs adding another run here in the bottom of the 5th inning, still holding the Red Sox off the board. It's a 7-0 score, more like a football score at this point, as this one out towards left center field. Brought in and hauled in by Jackie Bradley Jr. The Cubs add another and they strand another, and it's Brazier to lead it off here in the 6th. Aaron Nola's retired 4 in a row. His earned run average has now seen a significant drop all the way down to 140, and the 4-seam fastball registering in there for a strike. Now 0-1. A chopper towards second. Jonathan Schoop with a knife of a throw over to Rizzo. And there's one out now for Rafael Devers. Devers 0 for 2 in this ballgame already. The Red Sox have been pretty quiet. Only 3 hits in this ballgame against Aaron Nola. And now 0-1. Nola goes upstairs and away here and attacked up the middle here. Rafael Devers picking up a hit here, the 4th of the Red Sox day. And just like that, with 1 out, the Sox have a base runner for Bogaerts. Bogaerts 0 for 2, a grounder and a flyout. He picked up a solo shot in the Red Sox order on Friday, tying the ball game up, which of course sent it to extras before, with Anthony Rizzo's help, the Cubs walked it off 3-2 in 11 innings. Now 0-2 here, in tight to Bogaerts, and Nola finishes off strikeout number 3 with a nasty pitch. Mitch Moreland now 1 for 2 with a grounder and a single in this ballgame. Nola looking for win number 9, and he's well on his way here as this one bounced up the middle. Torres with the flip to Schoop to snag Devers out at second with the 4s, and that ends it here. The Red Sox strand another 4 hits to the Cubs 11. Red Sox with an error in the field, and the Cubs with 7 runs as Rizzo leads it off here in the bottom of the 6th with a foul tip. Rizzo hitting .390 here in 2020, and now the 0-1 right down the middle from Brazier. A bouncer towards Bogaerts at short, and the high throw over to Moreland, but he is able to bring it down in time for the out. Now Darwin Hernandez, 1-1 here in 2020, 367 earned run average, walk to K ratio 5-38. Going to come out of the pen here to face Aaron Nola as the Cubs end up 9-1 here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. 7-0 Cubs lead here, and Aaron Nola now going to pick up a hit here for the Cubs as he slices one out into right field. Cubs have a base runner, and now it's Dexter Fowler. As we said, Dexter Fowler absolutely gone off today. 5 of the Cubs, 7 RBIs, courtesy of him, and now out in the shallow left field here, it falls in front of Benintendi. You got to hand it to Dexter Fowler, having a stellar day at the plate, and now it looks like we're going to see, thought we were going to see a pinch hitter come in here for Buster Posey, but not going to be the case. Posey now a foul ball and away. Fowler stands at first, Nola at second, 0-1, 1 out here, and now Posey out in the right field. Verdugo is able to find it just in time, and both runners stay put where they are now for Gleyber Torres. Torres 1 for 3, a strikeout and a ground out, and a single, all in that order respectively. And now up and tight here, Torres past the diving third baseman and Devers the force over to third, but all the runners are safe as Nola dived in there. And now Bellinger 0 for 3 on the day on a 4-game hitting streak, now looking to keep that up here tonight. Right down the middle here, Bellinger first pitch swinging over to third. Rafael Devers over to Mitch Moreland at first, and just like that, the Cubs leave the bases loaded here. Cubs doubling their run total in hits, and 14 hits, 7 runs to the Red Sox, 4 hits, and no runs as we head to the 7th. Jackie Bradley Jr. here, the center fielder for the Red Sox, to lead it off against Nola. 4-seam fastball up and away, and Nola leading in the pitch count now 0-1. Another pitch back and away foul here for Jackie Bradley Jr., the Red Sox center fielder. 0-2, and Bradley Jr. with a deep fly ball out towards left field, and Ryan Braun able to track it down on the track for the opening out here of the frame. Now Benintendi 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout here. Benintendi, no hits on the weekend. Benintendi held absolutely scoreless off the board here. Hasn't picked up a hit since the Red Sox Wednesday game against the Tampa Bay Rays as he chases one here, now trailing 0-2. Red Sox dropped 2 of 3 to Tampa Bay, and now Benintendi struck out here and for the second time tonight, and Nola picks up his 4th K. Nola sent down 3 straight, and it's Vasquez's turn. Vasquez hitting .335. Kitcher hitting low in the order. You got to give him kudos for his high batting average. Is now the 0-1 right in there from Nola, and it's fouled away here. Christian Vasquez wears number 7 for the Sox and has his gray socks pulled up a bit high today as the pop-up on the infield found by Machado in the sun, and that ends it. We head to the 7th inning stretch here, and it's going to be 5-6-7 For the Cubs here, Ryan Braun's going to be the leadoff guy to face Darwin Hernandez. 6 pitches in the bottom of the 6th inning for Darwin Hernandez, and he remains in here. We had no take me out to the ball game once again today, but we're going to have Alexander Babby back on Tuesday, and hopefully we'll remember to get the recording of that one for you. He has the liner right out to Verdugo, and there's 1 out now for Jonathan Schoop. Darwin Hernandez kicks and fires here. Schoop with the bouncer towards first. Mitch Moreland takes it unassisted to the bag himself. 3 with 3 underlines. It goes in my book. Or you can just write 3U and circle your second out here. Darwin Hernandez only 3 outs to get the first 2, or 3 pitches, to get the first 2 outs of this inning. Is now Machado foul, tips 1 away. 0-1, outside and away here, and Machado fouls it off. Now 0-2. The Cubs leading 7-0 here, bottom of the 7th inning, and Machado chases 1 up and away, and he strikes out. 7, 8, 9 going to be up here for the Red Sox as we start the 8th. It's Alex Verdugo, the right fielder, to lead it off here. Aaron Nola with a pitch right down the middle. Verdugo, a chopper up the middle to Jonathan Schoop, and the backhand throw over to Rizzo here for the opening out of the 8th, and now it's Michael Chavez. Chavez 1 for 2, a single and a fly out already here. Aaron Nola's thrown only 56 pitches here, as this one's popped out to shallow center. Fowler can't get to it in time, and Michael Chavez picks up his second hit of the day. Darwin Hernandez going to be swinging the bat here for the first time in 2020. And just like that, he pops one over the head of Schoop at second, advancing Chavez to third. And the Red Sox are in business here with 1 out in the 8th. First and third, and now it's Rafael Devers, 1 for 3 on the day. He's going to swing and miss at a 4-seam fastball right down the middle. Nola looking to hold the base runners. We're going to have a play at the plate here. Machado goes home with the throw. And just like that, the Red Sox pick up run number 1 as the tag can't come down in time from Posey. Now it's Xander Bogaerts. It's going to be first and second here. Rafael Devers picks up the Red Sox RBI. They score for the first time since the 7th inning on Friday, breaking their scoreless innings streak here. Is now the 0-1 found by Posey, and there's 2 outs. Still first and second, and it's Mitch Moreland. Moreland 1 for 3 on the day as well, and he's going to take a 4-seamer right down the middle here. Nola now up to 63 pitches. Not going to be surprised if we see a bullpen guy come out here in the 9th inning as Nola flips to Torres. Going to go 1-6 in for the force out here, and it's going to be 8-9-1 for Chicago here in the bottom of the 8th. It's Anthony Rizzo to lead it off. Darwin Hernandez remains in the game. Rizzo swings at the first pitch, bounces to Bogaerts at short. Playing it off the 1/2 is Moreland at first, and now it's Nola's turn. Nola, however, going to be yanked out of the ball game just as we thought here, and it's going to be Freddie Freeman to take the pinch hit at bat here. Freeman hitting .250, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. That 1 home run was indeed a 3-run shot against the Arizona Diamondbacks back in early April, the day Freddie Freeman was acquired, ironically. Hasn't had too many appearances here at the plate, but he's going to make the most of this one here. It's out in the left field that falls in. Freddie Freeman on his way to second year, and he's going to be out by a mile. Strong arm throw. Benintendi out there and left, and now it's Walden. 4-4 with 4 holds. I already seen Walden in 2 games this weekend, and he's got to be brought in to face Dexter Fowler here. Is 4 for 4 already in this ball game. Fowler takes the ball downstairs and away here for a knuckle curve. Now the 1-0 pitch right down the middle here. Fowler with a bouncer towards second. Michael Chavez gets it the full 360 turn, and it's over to Moreland in time. Cubs with 15 hits already and 7 runs, and if that's going to be your offense on the day, you got to appreciate that here as we start the 9th. Freddie Freeman going to remain on the hill here for Chicago, leading by a half dozen as Jackie Bradley Jr. fouls one off. Bradley in the 4 spot, so a dangerous move to leave Freeman in here. I'm sure even 1 hit, and he's going to be gone out of the game. Now 0-2, right down the middle from Freeman, and Bradley Jr. out towards center field. Drops in front of Dexter Fowler, and yes, indeed, the Red Sox have a base runner to start the 9th. Andrew Benintendi out. J.D. Martinez in here in the 5 spot. Bradley Jr. stands at first, and Benintendi taking a 4-seam fastball for a strike. 0-1 here, and another foul ball here. Freddie Freeman making the most of this time on the hill. Is now one's foul tipped away here from Martinez yet again. Another 0-2 pitch out towards right field, tracking it down. Going to be Bellinger, and there's 1 out now and still a guy at first. Christian Vasquez 0 for 3. A pair of flyouts and a ground out, and Freddie Freeman going to be yanked here in favor of Greg Collins as the Cubs look to get the ground ball double play here. 395, one win, 1 loss, 1 hold, and 6 saves here for Greg Holland as he faces Christian Vasquez. Four-seam fastball going to be pounded in there for a strike, and now the 0-1 here popped up on the infield. Going to be Manny Machado coming in to snag it out of the air for the out. Now 2 outs. Kevin PR going to be in, and Alex Verdugo out here as the Red Sox look to grip and claw and get another run in here. A curve and a swing and a miss here from PR once again. Now 0-1 on the outside corner. The pop-up and away foul. 0-2 as Holland looks for the K. Nope. PR is going to hang in there, and it's 0-2 pitch yet again. Holland right down the middle here. A bouncer towards second. Scope comes in to throw over to Rizzo, and just like that, the Cubs sweep the series. A 7-1 W over the Boston Red Sox to take the weekend here on a Sunday night at Virtual Wrigley Field, and you got to give a huge kudos to Dexter Fowler. Dexter Fowler single-handedly knocking off the Boston Red Sox today. Five at bats, 4 hits for Dexter Fowler, and 5 runs knocked in. Dexter Fowler with a 3-run home run, a solo home run, and then an RBI double. You can see there 1 run in the first, 4 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. The Red Sox got 1 in the top of the 8th, and that was that. The Cubs bat scoring quiet in the 6th, 7th, and 8th, but not with the hit side of things today. 15 hits compared to Boston's 8. Boston with an error in the field, and the Cubs taking the game 7-1. Aaron Nola picking up his 9th win of 2020, while Martin Perez dropping to 4-5 now, a game under 500. And now we'll look at some of the other game results here. The Philadelphia Phillies over the New York Mets 8-5. Nola with the W. Syndergaard with the L. Caleb Smith and the Miami Marlins knocking off Johnny Cueto and the Giants 4-3. The Nets defeat the Braves by a score of 4-0, and the Pittsburgh Pirates come from behind to take over and take a W from the Toronto Blue Jays. And the Cincinnati Reds just managed to sneak one over the head of the St. Louis Cardinals by a score of 5-4. And looking at the game stat here, 8 innings pitched with 1 earned run and 7 hits for Aaron Nola with 4 strikeouts, no walks. Freddie Freeman a third of an inning with a hit, and Greg Holland finishing off with 2/3. Just like that, you got to look at it and see Dexter Fowler going to be the man of the day, the man of the hour. 5 RBIs, 2 home runs in this ball game. Haven't seen a performance like that in quite a while from a Cubs hitter. So yes, indeed, Dexter Fowler, the game MVP. You gotta like that. Dexter Fowler single-handedly defeating the Sox in an off day tomorrow, and then the Cubs gonna be back in action. Can see right there, collecting game data, please wait. And there it is. The pitching matchup on Tuesday going to be Justin Verlander to take on Wade Miley as the Cubs battle with the Reds in a duel for first place. The Cubs sitting 2 games back, so if they can somehow manage to sweep the Reds, then the Cubs going to be the first place men. St. Louis took the loss, so they're now 5 back, and it's going to set up a very interesting series starting Tuesday between the Cubs and the Reds. You're not going to want to miss any one of those games. They'll be up on all my social media as soon as they're done. And just like that, our Father's Day game is over. It's been great talking to you today. Once again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And Colby Smith signing off, and I'll talk to you on Tuesday.